Hello, guys. Hopefully Facebook grabs that screen capture as my little video post photo. But hello, guys. My name is Brittni Schray. I live just outside of Savannah, Georgia. I am also a crown princess out here. I've been a distributor since 2017, and I'm so excited to be on live with you guys. I think it's evening time where you're at. It is afternoon time here in the States. So excited. As you guys pop in, catching this live or on the replay, I want you to drop me drop me a fire emoji, because hopefully after this training, it's going to literally set you on fire where you're going to want to go and sponsor everyone. You're going to want to go share the opportunity with everyone. So a little bit about me real quick before we get into it. Like I mentioned before, distributor since 2017. I homeschool my special needs son. Let's see. I have a first line. Who wants a first line of at least like 100 first line distributors? My first line is just at 100, which is insane, but I offer the opportunity all the time, and we're going to talk about the who, the how, the why, and the what now of sponsoring. I feel like it's really important to kind of break it down into sections. So I want to know who here that is watching, who has a current downline, at least maybe one downline right now. You can drop it here in the comment section. Hi, Janice. All right. So I want to go through a few things about like what sponsoring even is. Sponsoring is when you are sharing the gift of an opportunity and you have a new distributor who wants to sign up. Sponsoring truly is the sales force that drives our products, because I want you to imagine this. Our products are sold through independent distributors, not in retail stores, right? And so being that sales force of our brand is huge, right? This is how people get to purchase the products, because they're not marketed in your stores. They're sold through you, right? So at the end of this training, my goal for you is to kind of help you learn the skills so that you're comfortable with sharing the opportunity, and just also that you're attracting the right people to your team. Who just gets a lot of the discount only distributors? We're going to talk about that today. All right. We're going to break it down. So let's talk about 10 reasons why you are not sponsoring. Okay. Number one, you're likely not asking, probably because you're a fear, right? Number two, you're not building the connections or relationships before you do the asking. Number three, you're not positioning it as a business, but rather as a discount membership. So you're attracting the wrong people, right? Let's see. Number four, this is a good one. You're not working your personal business, right? Like you've got to be working your personal business in order to be building a team. Number five is you prejudge people. You look at them and you think, she doesn't need the opportunity. I'm not going to even bother asking. Number six is you're not following up with people because you probably lack some sort of follow-up system. You know, whenever you are sharing the opportunity, are you tracking it? We're going to talk about that today. Number seven is you're coming off desperate or spammy. Do you guys ever get those messages where it's like, join my team, here you go? And it's just like this big copy pasted message and they didn't build a connection with you first. I get those like every single day. Number eight, you're not letting your company do the heavy lifting for you. You keep reinventing the wheel. I know that you guys have the resources to plug a new distributor into, and you have this incredible group filled with training and knowledge, right? Number nine, you're making it about you, and you're not making it about the other person, right? This is a huge one, and we'll kind of dissect that one a little bit too. Number 10, you don't have the belief in yourself or the products or the opportunity. Maybe you haven't had this big, phenomenal win yet, right? And you're like, who am I to offer the opportunity to? I don't know how to lead a team. Maybe you think because you're brand new, you can't do this, right? You can't build a team, but we're going to talk about it today. All right. So how many of those did you just like check off your list and like, oh my gosh, Brittni is calling me out on these, because we're going to talk about all of these today. So first things first, let's talk about the how of sponsoring, right? Sometimes this is really the hardest part because maybe we want to share the gift of a business, but we don't know how, right? Perhaps like fear holds us back. Maybe we're newer in. Somebody's calling. Okay. Maybe we're newer in our business and we don't have that confidence yet in our skills as a new distributor. Maybe we feel like we can't step into that leadership role. Or maybe it's just like, we don't know what to say, right? Like, it's just that simple. I don't know what to say to someone to offer the opportunity. So I want you to get a piece of paper right now. Hopefully you guys are going to take notes on this, because there's going to be a lot of like me giving you some activities to do. So this is your cue. Get a piece of paper and a pen. Because the first thing I want you to write down right now in like big bold letters on your notebook is, why did you sign up as a distributor? Like, what was it about this business or products that really drew you in, right? Write it out, because here's the thing. There's going to be days that you're going to question yourself. Maybe you're going to lack the confidence in sharing the opportunity. And I need you to go back and like pull from what you just wrote down, the reason why you signed up as a distributor, right? Did you want extra money? Does it make you feel good? Do you have more confidence? You love the sisterhood? Like, what is that reason, right? Write it down, okay? And then you're going to fall back on that whenever you feel yourself like pulling back from sharing the opportunity. One thing I want you to realize is that, think about a lake that is like so still, right? What happens when you throw a rock in that water or a pebble in that water? It creates a ripple effect, right? That ripple, it starts out smaller and then it gets bigger, 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 right? So you are the pebble in this whole pond or this lake, right? You're creating the ripple effect because you have the ability to not only change your life with this opportunity, but you have the ability to change other people's life. That's a big clue right there, okay? So let's deep dive a little bit. I want you to practice one thing. I talk about this a lot with my team too. Every day, I want you to start creating a habit, like today, okay? We're creating habits here, right? Every day, I want you to be in the mindset that you're not going to bed until you offer the opportunity to one person. One person. If you do that every single day, that is 365 people that you shared the opportunity with. Out of that 365 people, statistically, at least 20% are going to join your team. So what would your team look like with 70 something people on it? Like it would probably look really different than it looks right now, right? So if you create good habits like that with sharing the opportunity, it could be something as simple as, or complex, but very simply put, as you're building relationships with people, and by relationships, I mean your customers, because honestly, customers make the best distributors. We're going to talk about the fear of losing customers here in a second, because I know that's a big fear of a lot of y'all's. And you're trying to hold on to all your sales. We're going to put a pin in that. We're going to come back around to that in a second. So as you're sharing the opportunity, I'm going to assume that you have already established some kind of connection with that person. Be it you connected because maybe you have the same friends, or maybe she's a great makeup artist, or maybe she's well connected, or maybe she just has like something else, a hobby or something that connects you. You've already built that connection, right? And so when you go to share with her the opportunity, as a matter of fact, I did this morning. already got my one, check, check. Although I do more than one every day, but let's say one, got a big check. She's a fantastic makeup artist, right? So I reached out to her because we already know each other as makeup artists. And I'm like, hey, listen, I know we kind of touched on this a long time ago, but I wanted to circle back around because here's the thing. When people tell you no, it's like a no right now. Like, don't take it personal. I want to circle back around and just let you know, I think you'd be so fantastic. One of the girls on my team actually earned her makeup artist certification, and it made me think of you. I would love to help you get started doing what I do. If that's something that you would like more information on, let me know. If not, no big deal. That's always my hook at the end. If not, it's not a big deal. I don't care if she tells me no, to be honest. Like, it doesn't hurt my feelings. It doesn't make me feel bad. It doesn't make me feel inadequate as a leader. It's just a no right now. And so in a few more months, I'll circle back around to her. This is where follow-up systems are like so good to have a follow-up system. We're going to talk about that too. Or you can be like the chicken method. I call this when you're too nervous to directly ask someone to join your team. I would say something like, Jane, hey, you are so well connected. I instantly thought of you. I'm looking to grow and expand my team in your area. I wanted to check and see if you knew anyone who was looking for a way to earn extra income. Let me know. I would love to share with them the business opportunity that my company offers. How simple was that? Was it scary? Was it spammy? No, I just complimented her, told her she's so fantastic. She knows so many people. Who does she know? That's the thing. So even if she's like, oh, I don't know. What happened was I planted a seed in her mind, and now she's thinking about it. I've even had some people say, oh, I'd be interested in that. That's really what I'm looking for anyways. I'd be interested in that. Tell me more, right? So don't overcomplicate it, because typically fear will hold you back. Fear of losing a customer, fear of failure, fear of leading your team, fear of putting yourself out. Here's the thing. Nothing is ever going to grow in your comfort zone. It's always going to be outside in that fear zone where you have the most like exponential growth, right? Fear of losing your customers should never be a thing. And here's why. You need to be filling your calendar with bookings, right? Bookings get you more people. Demoing the product gets you more people. Events get you more people. You always have that well of customers, that new well of customers, just it's constantly getting replenished and refueled. So losing your customer to gain a downline, never a fear, because you're always doing activities to build your customer base, to bring more people in. So let's talk about the who. Who do we offer the opportunity to? Simply put, everyone. Every single person gets offered the opportunity. So I'm going to give you a method right now. This is where I hope you guys are taking notes of how I started tracking and keeping track of people that I prospected. So in the beginning of my career, way back in 2017, I've actually like kind of leveled it up a little bit today, but I'm going to give you a basic rundown of how to create a follow-up system for your prospects. So what I did was I had 2 notebooks, like just regular 2 bindered notebooks that were colored. And the first notebook was prospects, right? So in that notebook, actually it's called connections. In that connections notebook was everyone, every single person I met, grocery store, park, vendor event, new customers, like everybody is in that list, right? These are all the people that I was like, oh, I think she'd make a really great distributor, right? Maybe even like your chicken list, the people you would love to have on your team, but like you're too scared to ask them, like everybody's on this list, right? So then Then I'm looking at this list and I start going through it one by one. So I start going through Jane, and I go and I look at Jane's profile. I go and build a connection with Jane, and then I share with her the opportunity, right? So then she goes into my other notebook, which is my prospect notebook. In this notebook, I have it categorized into sections that say never, not right now, maybe, and yes. So based on what Jane and I's conversation, how that goes, she's going to fall into one of those categories, and I'm going to put her in one of those categories. In the almost 6 years I've done this business, I've only had maybe 5 people say, I am never, ever, 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 never happening, never doing it, all the things, not happening, quit asking me kind of thing. I've only had like 5 people, and I have asked thousands of people about joining as a distributor. So don't be afraid. Collect the no's. No's are good. No's get you closer to a yes. But I categorize that. And then based on my prospect list into the ones that are like the not right nows, the maybes, and of course the yeses, they're going to join your team. I build really good relationships with those people. And so building the connections with those people are really the lifeline of your business. Another tip is I'm in other groups of interest outside of our cosmetic realm. I'm in I love to go camping. I'm in a camping group. I have a German Shepherd dog. I'm in a German Shepherd group. And so what happens is I make sure to post valuable things that pertain to those groups of interest. And as people comment on my post, I scroll through the comments and I choose who I want to go and build a connection with outside of that comment section on that post that I made. I'll give you an example. I shared a picture of my goofy German Shepherd, and I asked a question about it, something about his ears standing up. I had hundreds of people comment on that. So what I did was I went in private message, and I was like, oh my gosh, you have a German Shepherd too? How old is yours? Where are you from? Oh my gosh, that's so great. I would love to stay connected with you. Do you mind if I send you a friend request? And that's how I build connections with new people. So again, that well is never dry if you're very intentional with how you're reaching out to people. So I want to tell you another thing too is, let's see, what does a prospect, or what do you say when a prospect says, yeah, I want some more information on that. So here's a tip. Do not word vomit on them, meaning do not go through the comp plan. Do not talk about PV. Do not give them this whole long list of stuff. I want you to start practicing your elevator pitch. Your elevator pitch should be something that you could spit out that's a few sentences long that you can literally just say at the drop of a dime. So here in the States, our sign-up fee is a little different than yours. But here in the States, I would say if someone said, Brittni, tell me some more information, I would say, well, in a nutshell, it's $65 to get started. You earn 20 to 50% commission. There's no auto ships or monthly sales quota. Is there anything specific that you would like me to answer? That's the key. Do you see how short that was? What could you say about getting started that's really short? And the key is, so that you don't word vomit, because some people don't care to know all the details, is say, is there anything specific that you wanted to ask? And so that, if you guys know DISC personality, D-I-S-C, the C personalities are going to come out. They're going to want to know the comp plan. They're going to want to know the ingredients of your products. They're going to want to know all the things, right? But the other personalities types probably don't care. They're gonna make a quick decision, typically based on what you just said, right? So it's very important. Again, don't word vomit. You can actually overshare. Another tip is present yourself as a business owner. Go do a quick evaluation of your personal profile. When somebody goes to skim your personal profile to make a decision if they want to be your customer or sign up on your team, they're going to go look at your personal profile. So is your profile picture nice and clear? Is it a well-lit selfie, or do you have a picture of a dog? Like, I love my dogs, but my profile is going to look professional. My cover photo might have a picture of my dogs or my family or something that's important to me. A quick evaluation of your personal profile. Is your face in the last 5 posts that you posted on your personal page? If not, go fix that. Because when people scroll and look at your personal page, if they have to sit and scroll and scroll and scroll to figure out like who you are, and they're going through shared recipes and, shared this, pet needs rescuing or whatever. I love my mom, but she shares so many pet things. I'm like, Mom, stop. But she's not in this business, so I guess it doesn't really matter. But make sure you're positioning yourself as a business owner, because people are going to look at that. Another thing is, as you're presenting yourself as a professional, how are you sharing the opportunity? One little quick word flip that you could do is, instead of saying whatever your discount is on your product, so here ours is 20 to 50%, that's what we get discounted, right? Instead, change it. Change that lingo to not say discount, say commission, say earnings, say income. Like, those are the words that are going to attract the business builders, the ones who want to like actually sell these products, not just get a discount. If I were to go in my customer group and say, hey, who wants a 20 to 50% discount? Are you kidding? I have so many customers signed up, but they would do nothing. They would just simply place a small order and get a 20% discount. And honestly, they're not even saving that much, by the time shipping and all of that gets added in. So make sure you're positioning, sharing the opportunity as a business owner. Okay, the why. So here's a little story time. So when I started this business, I got to tell you guys, I was the no girl. I told my sponsor no probably 4 times before I said yes. I had 0 makeup skills. I was filled with social anxiety. I lived in a small town. I didn't have a big network. I didn't have very many friends on social media. 0 clue, but I knew one thing. I was ignorance on fire. So don't prejudge people. I literally would go and take a 10-second video and show people how it didn't smudge, and I sent it out to everybody. I was like, this is insane. You guys all need this. And my first downline actually joined me 24 hours that I was a distributor. My first downline signed up. I closed my first month with a team of like 23 people in my first month. Why? I'm not special, but I was very loud. I broke through a lot of social barriers. I was on track to earn my car before I even knew that that was a thing. Like, literally, when I say ignorance on fire, I just shared, and I was so excited and passionate about what I was doing. Now, the first year that I was a distributor, I had a team of around 100 people. Now, this is going to get a little deep right here. My team is all connected because of a yes that I said. How many people can be connected because you're sharing the opportunity? Like, not to go back, but you're the stone. You're creating a ripple effect, right? A good friend of mine, Morgan Zambrano, I love her to pieces. You guys know her well too. But she did a training a while back, and I remember specifically, she said, if you knew that the 10,000th person that you were going to ask was going to say yes and go on to build $1 million organization, would you not like bulldoze through that 9,999 people sharing the opportunity and offering the opportunity to get to that 10,000th person? So why is it so hard to just do the one per day, right? You have a chance to really build a legacy for your family, and you have a chance to help others build legacies for their family, right? That is a huge factor when I'm thinking about like, why do I keep pushing and sharing this opportunity as much as I do? Because seeing the wins of my team and seeing how it can impact other people's lives is incredible. So one thing I want you to do right now is clean sheet of paper. As you guys are watching the replay, if you want to drop your fear in comments, you absolutely can. But I want you to write down, like physically write it down. What is your fear with sharing the opportunity? Like, what is that fear? I want you to then like tear it out of that notebook, ball it up, and I want you to trash it, because this is where mindset really comes into play. You're not going to let that fear hold you back anymore. Like, it's done, right? Like, it is done. And I want you to write a new word down on a big sheet of paper, and I want you to write down impactful. How many lives are you going to impact with sharing the opportunity this year? Write a number down beside that word, beside impactful. How many people? The word impactful has ACT in it, act. That means your actions. You're going to have to do actions in order to have an impact, right? But I want you to write down how many people can you share this opportunity with this year, right? And I want you to like not play safe. Don't write down like 2 or 3 people. I want you to think big numbers, big energy, big business. Like, I want you to think big. How many people can you impact, right? So what do you do when you have a new downline? So we've gone through all of the how, the who, the why. So what now? Like, what do? You got somebody who just signed up, right? First of all, I need you to understand that leadership is not management. You're not managing people. Leaders inspire, right? Leaders motivate. They show empathy. They create value. They share the vision with their team. They do the things alongside their team. They're not just like dictating, you should do this, do this, do this. But leaders lead truly by example, right? And you're not there to manage anyone's business, but rather you're there to show them where they can find the resources. And you run together. You run your businesses and you just run for it together. I know we have a lot of things, and I know you do too, a lot of resources that your company provides to truly help a new distributor like get onboarded, right? You have this wonderful group. There's so many trainings in there. Are you plugging new distributors in this? Or are you trying to reinvent the wheel? I was guilty of doing that early as a distributor. I tried to reinvent the wheel. It's not fun. You should really just kind of coast and do and help plug your new downline into the activities that are provided for you already, right? Because you're kind of teaching your new downline as you're constantly running the business. That's the best form of coaching that you can do. Building relationships with your downlines on a personal level. My downlines, some of them are literally my best friends now, literally. We hang out, our kids play together. And so building relationships with your downlines are like building relationships with your customers, right? If you want your customers to keep coming back and making purchases with you, right? You make their purchase experience great. You make, when they need you, or they have a question, you're able to direct them or help them and find the answers. Same thing with your downlines. I have one of the highest retention levels for members on my team who have been doing this almost as long as I have. Because why? Team culture. It is team relationships. We are all together. We come together all the time. We do fun little Zooms. I'm actually doing a virtual award ceremony with my team next week. Has nothing, there's no training. It's literally just for fun, for that sense of community, right? But your retention level will start being higher as you build relationships and connections with your downlines. A couple things and we'll be done. I know I'm talking really fast. I'm sorry. I get really excited. This, as you guys can tell, this is literally like my passion. It's like, how many people can I help this year? Like every year I go into that thinking, how many people can I help this year? But you're going to have people that will come and go in your business. I am telling you this now, so that if you have an influx of people join your team and then they do nothing or they go inactive, it happens, okay? It's not a reflection of you or your leadership skills. just simply put, maybe the timing is bad, or maybe it truly just isn't a good fit for them, right? And that's okay. You still did the part and you asked. That's the main thing. So let's see here, as we wrap up for today, I want to give you guys a call to action, right? Right now, I'm going to give you a challenge this very minute. I want you to go and reach out before you go in, turn in tonight. I know it's like 5 something your time. Before you turn in tonight, I want you to go and share the opportunity with someone, anyone, like go and offer it to them. And I want you to tag me in the comment section when you say, check, done. Okay. When you do it, I want you to do check, done. And then what you're going to do is you're going to wash, rinse, and repeat. And you're going to keep doing it every single day, because even if you're scared, just know you're having an impact on people and you're creating this massive ripple effect. And it doesn't even mean that it has to be all or nothing, but it needs to be all or something. Like, you need to do something, right? Okay, I'm so sorry, Janice. I know I've taken up so much of y'all's time, but I am just gonna scroll through real quick and make sure I didn't miss. I think these are all comments, but what I'll do is I'm gonna go back. I'll go ahead and end so I'm not rambling. And I will respond to any questions that you guys have on sponsoring. It's truly my passion. And if you guys get stuck, feel free to reach out to me. But thanks for having me here in the SheerSense group. I love it. So you guys have a wonderful day and go sponsor. Go be the ripple effect, guys. I'll see you later.